All right, everybody, Trippin' Sister hailing you from the State Building in Frankfort, Kentucky. And yeah, no video inside. However, we were allowed to take a lot of pictures, and I can take pictures. But I'm at the top, not the top, but I'm on the last set of stairs looking down toward the promenade. I think that's what they call it. And somewhere over that hill is Daniel Boone's gravesite. You can't see it from here. You have to be up at the top of the building. And there's our rig down there. If you can see that little dot right there. And we got to walk down there. And we walked up. And let me tell you, if you come, bring yourself a box of oxygen. That's all I'm going to tell you. And Mr. Google, known as the Viking, the striking Viking, can give you guys a what for later on. Anyhow, we're headed back to the rig. Oh, go ahead. Don't stand by the steps. You might fall off.
Please be sure that I'm not going to give you what for, but I may give you the 411.
The 411. Yeah. Okay, we'll give them a brief one.
Oh, we were fortunate enough, if you'll turn around, the balcony that's up here, which is used largely only for ceremonial purposes and is rarely used for anything other than taking pictures. They took us out on the balcony and we were able to look over onto yonder hill to Daniel Boone's grave site. Now, I don't know whether we'll actually go to the grave site or not. They gave us a wonderful history of the entire building. This is the third capital of Kentucky. The first two burned
to the ground.
And the grounds were designed by Frederick Law Olmsted, he of Central Park fame. He was a great student of English architecture and gardens, and he understood the concept of laying out a classical garden. And Central Park was one of his projects, and also too, the grounds of the Capitol building. It was really a fascinating tour with the history of Kentucky, the legislative process of Kentucky, and we were allowed to go into the legislature, which is under renovation, the Supreme Court chambers, and also the Senate chambers, also under renovation.
Construction, yeah. Well, I will try to remember to upload some pictures for this, or a link to the blog where the pictures can be seen. It's a lot of marble, more marble and mural than anything else.
Tremendous old pile of stone. Really.
Not nearly as, and marble puke. That's a whole nother story. Tell me about the marble puke.
Okay, they have something that's not actually marble, but it's a reproduction of marble, which they make by mixing gypsum, marble dust, silk, and something. Water, and coloring. And they put it together and they press it and they make something that is a marble-like substance.
Yeah, it's almost like a wood veneer, but it's marble veneer.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it's very beautifully figured. It's a very beautiful stone, but it's not actually a stone. It's a type of man-made.
And some of this is stone, like the columns. The columns are limestone,
yes.
And they came from.
The limestone was quarried here in Vermont, but most of the marble came from elsewhere.
Not here in Vermont.
Here in Kentucky, but most of the marble and most of the other type of stone came from somewhere else.
Yeah.
The person who designed the Kentucky Capitol building was a big fan of French architecture. So the staircases inside are representative of the grand staircases that you would find in France, and a lot of the architectural details have a French influence.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
So that's the briefing, and
that's the brief one.
That's the brief. Yeah, that's the brief one. The tour was about an hour and 15 minutes or so, an hour and a half, and they didn't really have a tour guide.
Samantha was our tour guide,
yeah.
And she was very helpful and also very informative.
Yes.
But we were happy to ask her a bunch of questions which she couldn't answer.
Yeah, hope y'all can see us. Anyways, okay, so we're going now down the stairs. Just want to tell you that...
No tripping.
Everywhere you see this red brick, on the other side of the granite, is that granite?
Yes.
On the other side of the white granite strip is a flight of stairs. And then there's more red brick, and there's another flight of stairs. So, as you can see, starting here, we got a long way to go. All right, okay. You guys, y'all keep tripping.